All right, we are live. I know you mentioned you might have a cough. That's fine. We're live, but the audience will be plenty fine with that. Sometimes I get noises in the background. So everybody tuning in, you might hear kids, dogs, coughing. Don't worry about it. So anyway, welcome to another live recording of the Managing Partners podcast. I'm Kevin Daisy, your host, also the founder of Array Digital. We exist to help law firms fill their pipeline using digital marketing. It's Friday, and I have a great guest with me today, Narissa. Thanks so much for joining me. Can't wait to hear more about your story.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, so Narissa, we were just talking. I'm working at home today. She's working at home today.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday, but here we are talking about business. So, Narissa, tell me a little bit more about your story, your journey, how you got started, and how you ended up where you are today.
Okay. I've been practicing for about 7 years, primarily in family law. Early on, I did a lot of what they call guardian ad litem work, which is investigating the best interest of the child early on. Later on, I got fascinated with the divorce aspect and helping people who really need to be helped, who want to transition out of their marriage. So a lot of people think it's a bad thing, but sometimes it's not necessarily as bad as they think.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes you're helping them. It's something they need to figure out and navigate, look at the options, and
Right.
Hopefully you make it as easy as possible for both parties. So
Yeah, we try to say ease, relief.
my wife's not listening in here. Who's talking to this guy?
Yeah, no. I've been married for about 10 years, so my husband has heard it all.
Oh, I'm sure. So divorce is really kind of, is that where you really focus? That's your specialty. I know you do some other practice areas as well.
I primarily focus on divorce. I do take some custody issues, and I guess what you would call father's rights issues, which in Georgia means legitimation. So we help with all aspects of those.
Okay, excellent. And correct me if I'm wrong, your website here at the bottom of the screen, everyone that's tuning in now or later, I'll put the link in the comments so you can learn more about her. Check out her website. I'll put that in the comments for everyone. There you go. Okay. So everyone check out the website, learn more about her, where she's located. So you're in the Atlanta area. You specifically focus on, it looks like a handful of counties in Georgia.
Yeah, primarily the metro Atlanta counties. I do take some outskirt counties, I guess, Henry County, Rockdale County, but basically metro Atlanta.
Okay. So what are some of the ways, some things you've done since you've been in practice to get clients, get in front of people, get them in the door, any kind of marketing techniques, things that you've done that have worked well?
So 2020 was pretty much a watershed. It was just pretty much like starting over at the beginning of 2021. What has really, really helped me is Google. Google local service ads. It seems like that's how most of my clients are finding me now. I've had, basic referrals from colleagues or past clients, but Google has definitely been the majority of the referral sources lately.
Excellent. Well, you're speaking to the choir right here. So yeah, we're Google partners. We love Google. We focus on Google a lot for our clients, but that's excellent to hear.
Yeah, I don't understand why lawyers don't use Google as much as they should. I don't understand it. Like, it's been great.
And the honest truth is, we have clients that we do search engine optimization, we do Google ads, we do service ads like you're doing. For some lawyers in some areas, some states, it depends. I've heard some LSA, or we call them LSA ads or local service ads, work very well, and then some others, they feel like they don't work as well. They're lower level, I guess a lower quality of prospect, but so some do them, some don't, and I've heard mixed reviews that it really can depend on where you are. So yeah, if you're listening and you don't know about local service ads, take a look at those. It's pretty simple to get set up through Google, get verified, and you turn them on and you get phone calls. So
right.
And instead of like pay per click, it's more you pay for the lead. And then there's an auditing process. If it wasn't a real lead or whatever, you can dispute that. So really cool. Is that something you are handling yourself in house, or you set up yourself?
Yeah, so it's
Awesome.
really me handling a lot of the marketing now. I have goals for the foreseeable future to have someone else handling it. But it's really easy to handle the disputes because I do have people who call for like criminal law or estate planning, and I don't handle those areas. And so I'm able to either refer them out or dispute the claim, and they're really, really easy with handling the disputes.
That's good. That's good to hear on some of that, because where there's still a legal lead, if you will, that you don't offer that service, that they're willing to work with you on that stuff. So,
Mhm.
and Google is Google, so sometimes they're not that easy to get a hold of or get for other things like your Google listings and other things can be very difficult. So it's good to hear that from you, that's been a good experience, and
Right.
they're not just charging you for stuff that you don't want. So it sounds like another good reason to look into Google LSA ads. So good. That's excellent to hear. So what you mentioned in the future and growth, what what do you see? What's your vision, and what goals might you have for growth in the next couple of years?
Well, there are two things. One is adding more attorneys to handle the legal day to day, because ultimately, I just want to be the visionary, the moneymaker, bringing in the clients. I think if anyone has read E Myth, it's one of those things you have to hire yourself. And so I'm working towards building those systems. So when I do hire someone, they can step in and be able to follow those systems pretty easily. Um,
Excellent. And what was what you said? E Myth.
E Myth,
The E Myth, is that by Michael?
Gerber, maybe.
I think you're right. There it is. I was gonna grab it and put it up on the screen so people can take a look. I love when someone mentions a book. So
Oh, I have tons of books, but that was that was one that really catapulted the idea of hiring yourself.
that's excellent. So that's not a book that I have read, and
Mm.
I'm excited to check that out. So let's see. Is it the E Myth? There's also the Revisited. Maybe that's an
Yeah,
updated version.
the E Myth Revisited is the one that I read, which is the updated version. And they
Okay.
have one for specifically different fields like lawyers and real estate agents, but I found that the E Myth Revisited pretty much is the most helpful version.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in the comment with the link to the Amazon. Anyone listening? Link in comments on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook to the book that's recommended, and that's excellent. Thank you for sharing that.
No, no problem.
So I hear you. When I first started my business, it was me, and that was it. And and, and slowly over time, you start to go, okay, I can't do this all by myself,
Right.
or you can't go do anything but work. So, but that's you got to delegate. You have to have someone to delegate it to, and then start to really figure out those things that you're not good at. Find someone that you can pass it off to, and sometimes it can be hard, I think, to give up some of that stuff, hand it over, because you're
Yeah.
like, well, can they do it the way I can do it? And sometimes you just
It's
got to keep
always
doing
hard when you're almost like handing over your baby. It's like, are they going to treat your baby the same way that you want to treat your baby? But I think a lot of that is when you have people who buy into your mission and vision and goals. When they, well, not just buy into it, but really believe in it, then you have a good team. And if you don't have someone who does, then what they say is slow to hire and fast to fire. So you have to find people who can work with your mission and values.
100%. You have to have that locked in, and you should hire and fire by your vision, your values, if you have those established. And they just stick out like a sore thumb if they don't fit within
Right.
that. And the awesome thing is I'm lucky that, the rest of the team, if you hire someone that doesn't fit, for some reason they get through the door, the other members will weed them out pretty quickly. And so, which is, I've had to experience a few times, which is a good thing. But yeah, which means you fire fast and get rid of them really quickly. So that's excellent. So it sounds like you have some really good foundational things established and have learned things that took me a lot longer to figure out. So kudos on that. That's awesome.
Believe me, it's been trial and error.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much how I learned everything, and I wish I knew then what I know now. That's for sure. But yeah, the best way to learn, I think, is by doing it. So you learn the things you don't want to do again. That's for sure. So, well, that's excellent. So, so any plans? So you want to bring on more staff? Or are you looking to bring on additional attorneys, partners? Right. Do you kind of know which direction you want to go with that?
At this time, I'm not. I don't think I want to do partners. But in the foreseeable future, that could change. That's the thing about being flexible. Just like initially, my business model was doing hourly rates, but I found that flat rates work best with customers. And I'm also working on something to help lower income families who want to handle divorces or uncontested divorces on their own. So adding that aspect, it's been something that is just customer driven.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you do the flat rate model, which I've been hearing more often.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess can you give me a little detail on how that's different than your typical alley? So is it varied by case, or is it just a flat rate across the board? And I know some states don't allow that.
Well, yeah, some states don't allow it. I think you have to be very careful with your contracts and what you're disclosing, because you want to make sure that the client understands that, hey, these are the services that you're getting for this flat rate. And everyone does a flat rate differently. I know some people who do a flat rate for their entire case. I know some people who do flat rates depending on the actual task. So they may have a motion that's a certain fee, or they may have a court appearance that's a certain fee. I right now have broken my cases into phases. So basically, most of the cases in Metro Atlanta, for divorce at least, have a phase where they're going through discovery and what we call mediation. So that's our first phase of our case. So depending on the specific issues, we come up with a flat fee for them for their first phase of their case. If they continue past that first phase, then we come up with another fee for the conclusion of their case.
Okay, awesome. I really like that a lot. I could see how that would appeal to customers and clients more so than, I don't know what this is going to cost.
And it may change. I mean, because always, as you go through, you find some things work and some things need to be adjusted. But right now it's working, so we're going to continue with the phases.
That is, I love that. We used to be a project-based company, charged by the hour as well. Mm-hmm. Everything we do is exactly the flat rate per month. Everything it's for us, it's just unlimited everything too. So it's been a journey to get there, but it's been a huge difference with us with our business anyway. But so that's awesome, and I have heard other attorneys in different practice areas doing that, business law, and things like that as well, going to a flat rate model or a subscription model, if you will, if it's a business attorney that's kind of there to do things for you on a monthly or quarterly basis. So it makes a lot of sense to me, and as a business owner, in that regard, or even just an individual, it's nice to be able to plan and budget for what that's going to cost you. So,
right, yeah, and I think it's helpful to understand that for some clients, because they're like, I don't know how much this case is going to cost, and we can give them estimates up front. Whereas when you're hourly, you have no idea. You buy if you go to the grocery store, it's not, this can of beans is not going to be $1.50 or $7. So you have a
pretty good idea what it's going to cost. Yeah. No, I totally get it, and I think with I would think there are a lot of people that don't divorce because they're like really concerned about the outcomes of it and the cost to each of them. I would assume there's a lot of people in that situation, but I don't know. But so yeah, I love what you're doing. That sounds really innovative and different, and I like to hear that kind of stuff. So also got to check out the E-Myth book. I'm interested to check that out as well. So anything else you'd like to share? Anything exciting you guys coming up? I know you said 2020 was a little crazy for you. How has this year been, and what are you looking like going into next year?
It remains to be seen. We're still planning for this upcoming quarter. So, like I said, looking at hiring someone, hopefully by the end of this year, beginning of next year, is a goal. And then, in addition to that, probably having someone to work as an office manager.
Excellent. And you said you're at home today, but you have an office in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's downtown Atlanta.
Excellent. Awesome.
Right where all the Marvel films are filmed.
Really?
Yeah. They film a lot of movies in downtown Atlanta. So there are oftentimes I've walked down the street and you may think you're in the middle of San Francisco instead of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, wow. I bet you're in the background of a lot of these movies.
I would not be surprised.
All right, everyone, go check out all the Marvel video movies and see if we can find her. So, that's excellent. That's pretty awesome. I'm in Virginia Beach, so we get the odd kind of film every once in a while, but it's nothing that serious.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing we ever had was Mission Impossible. One of the Mission Impossibles was filmed like on the bridge, the Bay Bridge Tunnel here, which is a big, long 15-mile bridge. That's about it. That's all I can think of. But
yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, Atlanta sounds really cool. I've actually not spent much time there. Been in the airport a lot there.
Oh, you should visit. There's so much to do here.
Absolutely. I'm down. I'm going to write that down. I got a lot of places I want to go. So, well, I appreciate you kind of sharing your story. It sounds like what you're doing is really awesome, and you got it locked down. Now you got to take the next step and hire those folks that are going to, be like you said, not bought into your vision, but really stand behind what you're trying to accomplish, and you can tell who those folks are. So
absolutely,
I'm sure you'll find some really good people. If anyone's listening, send a resume over.
Yeah, I'm definitely open.
Yeah, well, yeah, we have our audience, paralegals, lawyers, managing partners, law students. So it's all the above. So yeah, anyone is listening. If someone would like to connect with you, what's the best way they can reach out other than through your website?
If not through my website, they can give us a call. Our phone numbers are one of our phone number is 404-654-3782.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, anyone interested, or if you know someone you can refer to in the Atlanta area, check out the website. I'm sure she'll reach back out to you, and that's it. If anything else you'd like to share before we tune off, I want to respect your Friday afternoon. I know the weekend's coming up, so.
No, I'm just glad to be here, and hopefully the resources are able to help someone.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you sharing this with you. Check out the book, The E-Myth. I put that in the comments. Check out her website, see what she's all about, and I guess that's it. Have a good Friday, everyone. So we'll see you soon. Look for her on the podcast. We'll have her up on our website, raylaw.com/podcast. Also, she'll be up on the audio version on Google and Apple Podcasts. And then we'll also be sharing her out on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn over the next couple months. So stay tuned. You'll see more of her there. So if you need any help with digital marketing and you're a law firm, let us know. Check out raylaw.com. I'm happy to answer your questions and help you as well. So Narissa, if you want to stay on for a second, we'll be backstage. Everyone else, have a good Friday. We'll see you soon.
Bye.